You can see the top of the hat when I did that, right? You can see that. You can see the top of the hat there. Good morning, there. You can see, like it's like a little Bucky, just kind of. Is that right? Can you see? Is it like I'm a little beaver, right? Like I can't really hide. I gotta go just the top, right? You just see you. There we go. How about that? A little bit. Now I can do a little puppet show. Now I know I can do the show here. Like there's the little beaver. Like where's Brock? I don't know. Where's the bee? I don't know. But there's the beaver. You're like, oh, it's Bucky. And then it's just me. You know. You know, it's like a little puppet show. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Derek Anderson. Good morning, Deborah Pearl. Oh, boy. Good morning, Mark Z. Let's say good morning to everybody. Let's just say it. Let's just get to it. Good morning, Deborah Pearl. Zamron. Gosh. Friends coming in. Fist bump to you. Exception. Good morning to you. Herbie Wine. I'm really glad, actually, Herbie, that you haven't actually, like, good morning, nerd, that you haven't actually changed your name to the, because I feel like even if you did change your name to the mispronunciation that we, morning, Kieran, and JW, you finally got some, okay, alright, I don't know anything about that, JD. Deborah Pearl, nerd, alright, thank you for not changing your name, Herbie, is what I was saying. What's up, Corey? Good morning, everybody. Oh, alright. I've had kind of like a weird, you ever get like, I don't know if it's indigestion or whatever it is. I hate saying, where is Pops? I don't know, Kilo. But you ever get like a weird, like kind of like a weird, like, I don't know, it's not a heart attack. I don't think I've had a heart attack yet. I'm getting there, fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, where you're sitting there and like, you kind of like, you get like a weird fluid buildup or whatever in your lungs, and you just kind of gotta, I've never said this stuff out loud. This is the first time I've ever, like, told anybody this is what I go through sometimes. But, like, I sit there and, like, I get, like, a weird fluid buildup, and you just breathe, and you just kind of, like, gotta drool it out. I don't know if you've ever had that. Good morning, Waz. We're going weird medical. I'm bringing this to, I'm not looking this up on WebMD, and my phone over there is going to hear it, and I know Facebook is going to put up an ad on it going, have you got weird indigestion symptoms? Have we got something? And so I know, like, I know Facebook is gonna solve it, but like, you ever had that where you just kind of like, ugh. Good morning, Laura, by the way. No better way to introduce Laura Devine to the conversation while I'm talking about drooling my lungs out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying. Weird medical diagnoses time. It was puppet time. We were doing a puppet show. How about, what if we did that? How about if the beaver asks the medical questions? Hold on, let's do that. It's medical time with the beaver. You ever just kind of sit there and you drool and you just kind of have to like breathe real deep and wait, like the drool just comes out and you're like, it feels like it might be indigestion, but nothing's. No, you can't. Weird medical time with the beaver is not going to work. Whoever suggested that, you're off the production crew. That's an immediate fire. All right, that segment doesn't work. We gotta get rid of that segment. That segment doesn't work. JW, don't laugh. You're gonna encourage me, okay? You're gonna encourage me. No, I am a puppet, nerd. Have you seen my? I've got like the strings all on me and stuff. Back to the beaver, JW. All right. I'm shooting blind. I'm shooting from the hip here today. I don't have anything planned. Usually I have like a top three, like, things that get me in trouble with other people because of their, whatever. Oh, it's Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. I feel like I'm happy to say that. That's the word. And what an ass. What I did do is so Pops sent me. We've taken a couple tours of my hobby little land I've been making, right? And Pops sent me a reel yesterday of some setup these guys had in their basement. And the base of the setup is a dungeon mat playing Dungeons and Dragons role playing area in their basement. Neat. But the base, I thought the base was neat. And it didn't click into me what the guy said. But like the base was like moving water and stuff, and they could like play on the base, right? And then it didn't click. He said, I took a TV, and now we're playing on top of a TV. And as I'm walking somewhere after I saw the reel, it clicked into me, and he said, it's a TV. What do you mean it's a TV? Oh, you mean you didn't do anything? All you did is you took a TV and you flipped it up on itself. So you didn't make anything. So you have like little goober piles of something on top of a TV. You didn't actually make. You know what? I made something. My huge ego is just clicking in hard, right? Like, this is foam. I'm gonna throw this away in like 6 months. It's nothing. It's distractions at most right now, and it's a beautiful distraction. Don't get me wrong. I love doing it, and it's a lot of money going into it for really what it really is and what it won't be. Okay, but a TV. I'm looking at this thing going, oh, that's really cool. He's got like little buttons you can push, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, you can buy little button pushy thingies at the store. Like, oh, come on. It's like got a little fog machine to come in over this screen. Like, this is called smoking. I saw a thing the other day where like some of the ingredients in the 80s were like, go ahead and blow some of your cigarette smoke into your child's Halloween decor. And then it'll turn into a bubbly, frothy mix you can serve to the group. Like, ugh, nasty. That's what why do you think I am the way I am? I drink a lot of frothy mixes in Halloween. Okay? Hey Herbie, do I gotta push that button? Should I push that big button? I didn't quite see. We'll see. We'll see. Seriously, Kim, don't drink anything that I make. Honestly. Have you seen my hands? I can't make anything. Let me show you what I made, though. In order for this, though, to really happen, you're gonna have to bear with me here. Kim Bolden for let's just bringing in slinging the arrows there. Old Kim, that was funny. She's like, it's just a joke. No, it is a joke. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Okay, Kim. Let's put you right there. And hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you. It's not a TV. Hold on. Ooh. Wait. Oh, man, you can't even see, like, the cool parts. What an ass. I didn't even, like... Boom. So there's that part. And then my little swamp area. I love that little swamp area. There's my forest. There's the blue. Other little spots. I've had this like painted the way that it has been and such. There's my snow. Right? So that's kind of fun. Hold on, let me put you back here. Whoops. Sorry about hold on. Get back. All right. Woohoo! So that's the land right there. I call it the land. The land is a reference from, ooh, you know what? I'm going to see if anybody knows the reference that I'm making when I call it the land. I don't know. We'll just give you... There we go. What happened? I was on the ground having a fit. Jesus Christ, don't have a seizure on my part. On my behalf, okay? Just don't. Just don't. It's okay. The land... I don't want to give anything... I don't know if I can give anything away, necessarily. Man... What would I give away? I couldn't give anything away if anybody got the reference, though. But it's from a 1970s fantasy fiction series that had, oh boy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think 10 books in total. Do you play Magic the Gathering? I used to, King Metro. I would play Magic the Gathering from 94 till about 2010. So, let's see. Anyhow, the land. It's from a book series, written in the 70s. It's got 10 books in it. The 10th book was finished, oh man, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Anyhow. Yeah, I've played a few games of Magic the Gathering, Herbie. I had it's not Ender's Game, Kim. It's in the, yeah, no, from about 94, like I got in, so Alpha came, and then Beta came, and then Unlimited came, and I got in just as Revised came out, and they put Revised out, good morning, everybody, by the way, that I haven't said good morning to. Derek Anderson. Oh, yeah, I'm very familiar with, like, banding and I think they took banding out. And like, all the color, protection rules and such. Like, I used to play the Star Wars card game. I had a deck or two. But I didn't have the money to buy like Luke Skywalker or what was Wig, not Biggs, and Wedge. The Wedge card in Wedge Antilles character card in the Star Wars card game, super good. I couldn't get him. Anyhow, total. I loved playing with cardboard when I was growing up. So I was really big with cardboard. So speaking of cardboard, let's read a card or two. Let's read a card or two. You like the Garbage Gang the Garbage Gang cards? What? Garbage Gang. Anyhow, but Magic the Gathering, I think I've told this story before. I was a total jerk, and I don't know if you can read that on my face and be like, Brock was a jerk? What? Yeah, no way. Yeah. I loved the game so much, but I hated. I don't mean to be offensive, but I hated who I thought wasn't smart enough to play the game, and I thought I need a way to beat the net decks that all the guys were like. They would go online and they would copy all the decks and they wouldn't come up with any of their own ideas. And so there wasn't anything original, in the student center of the college I was going to at the time, and that I didn't graduate specifically because I would spend all my time playing Magic the Gathering in the student section, or in the student center at the college that I went to, kind of. I would play Magic the Gathering and then I would play the video Street Fighter versus Capcom. That's all I was doing. In college, college was just Magic the Gathering, and Street Fighter versus Capcom 2. Um, uh, Button mashing and cardboard slinging. It's all it was. It's all college was for me. So, but I had a deck that I called Bertha, Big Bertha. Not because there was a big monster in it, not because there was a big kill function within it, and not because it had like any kind of like a big kind of woo spell. No, I just called it Bertha. Just like get people to like, oh yeah, I want to take down Big Bertha. No, you don't. You're gonna get destroyed. It was a stasis deck, and so stasis, and it used Forgotten Land or something like that. I can't Forsaken Tree or some special card, special land that you could untap it by, I think, removing a card from your hand from the game or discarding it. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. But like you could remove a card from your hand to untap the land, and then you could tap that to pay for stasis every time. And you're like, oh, yeah, all right, cool. And then like, you know, you would have enough land untapped or whatever. You could figure out different ways to untap lands, and you could, you know, counter spells that would, you know, get rid of the stasis there, and then you would tap all their lands. And then I would control the game by not letting them play anything in their hands, and I would draw them out. And it would be like an hour long. They'd be like, oh, I don't know, you want me to draw all my cards? I'm like, yeah, I want you to draw every single card, or you give up. And so that was my trick. And there was only one guy that I played that regularly beat me. And not that he built a deck that like specifically went up against me, but it was a fast deck, and it was some kind of a shadow deck, Black Shadow, like a Graveyard Rebirth concept that he came up with, and it was an original concept for. I mean, it was based off of, you know, the myriad concepts that are necessarily there, obviously, but like early Magic the Gathering was just like algorithm versus algorithm. That's all it was. It's it's pure mathematics against mathematics, if you really think about it. And that's the beauty of it all. It's like there were mathematics. It's like, all right, well, I got this string of numbers that like it's just nerds. You know? Just nerds. And you didn't know you were doing math. You didn't know you were doing differential calculus. You know, when you were like, okay, so if I play this one, and it brings this one, and then it changes the dimensions of your deck, and then, like, you didn't know that you were actually performing calculus. You know? Like, if you look at all the equations of everything that goes on, nerd, you can back me up on this one. Nerd nature. King Metro, anybody that's ever played Magic the Gathering in a serious way has known that you have to, like, really need to know the variables of everything going on for things to really click in, and that's called calculus. It's weird. Differential variations and such, you know? Like, and you gotta almost be a card counter. You know, you're like, alright, well, I know I've got like 7 mountains left on my deck, and I know I gotta draw one of them at least in order to, you know, so I can afford to cast this ball lightning. By the way, if you're playing with ball lightning, quit playing the game. Go find another hobby. 30 years. 30 years that game's been around. 30 years. I've been alive for 30 years, at least. Alright, are we doing this? Let's just do it. Who wants a card? Who wants a card? We're just gonna go card by card. I'm gonna give you cards. We're gonna do cards until, what do we do it? Are we doing it like until the tower? Are we doing it? Let's just do it until the tower. Who wants a card? Do you want a card? I'll give you a card. I'll read you a card. We'll give you a card. We'll go card by card by card, and I'll give you a card. Alright, so I'm not going to go one by one. I'm not going to go list. I'm going to start with King Metro, though, because of the whole Magic the Gathering question, and I appreciate the boom bopper boop booper. Alright, so I'm going to start with King, and I'm going to keep asking who wants a card. So, King Metro, your card. We're gonna go until we hit the tower. Okay? We're gonna go until we hit the tower. We'll dab in a bit. We've got King Metro, your card. Your card is 4 of bongs. 4 of bongs. Why can't we bong friends? Right? And so I think the way that we looked at this card is we're all just kind of bonging around. You know, and some of us have, you know, a little bit more to bong around than the rest of us, you know? You ever get like that you ever see a pack of whoops just walking around the parade ground, just kind of like looking on the ground, just like looking for whatever like parade festival goodies they could find, whatever's left over, like whatever, you know, half baggie is left. I think that's a parade of whoops, King. And I think what you're doing is you're gifting them a little bit. You're just making sure you're just helping a wook out. That's all you're doing. You're helping a wook out. Herbie says he's done it. He's wooked himself. I've wooked it too, man. That's all. You're helping a wook out. You know what? Help a wook out. Go up to a wook and be like, look, hey, wook, I got you, wook. The call. Wooks have a call. Wook. Okay, that's a call. Okay? So just, wook. Alright. King Metro. Let's see. Who's next? Who's next, King Metro? I just got you wooked. I just taught you the call of the wook. Alright, we got the call of the wook going on. Alright, wook! Appalachian, wooks across the, right? Let's rock it. I wook 3 times a day, Free says. Appalachian, pull me. Appalachian, I got you, my friend. Here we go. Appalachian, here's your card. We've got Queen of Pipes. If you're good at something, you're good. If you're good at something, just be good. Wook! Queen of Pipes. The way that I've looked at this card before, Appalachian, is like steadfastness. Like it takes work to get to the goodness of things, you know? Look at that pipe. So delicately like done. Just like it takes like a determination to just get it done. I don't know. Some of these cards I'm not quite sure. Queen of Pipes. I'm sure it has like a Queen of Wands. What's Queen of Wands look like? Nerd, someone look up Queen of Wands. Well, I got powerful stuff, King. I'm just telling you, man. You call out wook at a park, you'll get braids of hair just falling out of nowhere. Like, what the hell? You get little chunks. You get little, like, whatever that was. And you'll smell. You know, it'll smell like a ditch somewhere. That's what you'll smell a ditch. Just, is that ditch weed? You know, be like, I've driven past that ditch before, you know? Queen of Wands. I don't know, Herbie. Queen of Pipes, Appalachian, that's you. Let's look it up. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Hold on. I'm gonna dip into the old box of knowledge here. And we're gonna get the book, Queen of Wands, Appalachian. And we're gonna figure out what the hell Queen of Wands is. Herbie's really busy, like, trying to defend the land right now. We're being overrun by a bunch of whatever they want to call themselves. So Herbie's hard at work right now. Let's see. Ah, did it get stuck? Oh boy. I might have accidentally painted my book into the... There we go. Alright. Today is a well-crafted show. All of everything that's happening today is completely planned. This is what you get when... Queen of Wands, right? Why did you pick Queen of Wands? Appalachian, huh? Why did you get that? I know it's Queen of Pipes, but like Queen of Wands? Come on, man. Come on, the worst one, apparently. Queen of Wands. Here we go. Queen of Pipes. Throughout this suit, pipes. The pipes are always in leaf. As it is a suit of life and animation. Emotionally and otherwise, the Queen's personality corresponds to that of the King, but is more magnetic. Ah, Appalachian, you got the goods. That's what it is. A dark woman or a country woman, Appalachia, yeah, let's get up in those mountains. Friendly, chaste, loving, honorable. If the card beside her signifies a man, she is well disposed. What? If a woman, if she is interested in the queen, also love of money. This is the weirdest definition of a card. Let me read it. So in a reading, this is a relative card. Oh, it's kind of like, you're a chameleon? No, you got the shit. That's what it is, Appalachian. Who you making deals for? Alright? I know what Appalachia's all about. You gotta make it, it's your hustle. Alright? It's your hustle. You pick who you dole it out to. That's what it is. You gotta be discerning, my friend. You gotta be discerning. A bunch of us crazy, because I know now I'm gonna come, and I tell you what, there's gonna be a moment where you're like, I don't know, B. I don't know if I can give you anybody. If you are, you know, you gotta be discerning with your stuff. All right. I don't know. Today, at least, keep it. I don't know. Keep that. I don't know. Just be discerning. That's what Queen of Pipes is. Okay. All right. Not everyone can ride the rides. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So just make sure you're all right with what you're doing. All right. Let's do one more card. I've already outed Appalachian out as a dealer, so sorry about that. I'm kidding. Dealing dreams, that's what we do. So let's get that back there, and we'll do one more card. Let's do one more card, and then we'll get into the book. We got like 3 sections to get into the book here. I'm just killing time. I'm gonna start having a good time here. Yeah, Appalachian says I'm a legal grower. I don't do these things on purpose, okay? I just read the cards, okay? I just read the cards, and I don't even know. Alright, I'm just reading the cards, and the cards do whatever they want, okay? I tell you I should have given you my spiel, and the spiel is, I don't believe any of this stuff. Alright, it's just fun times, and like, we're all just like having fun. Like, it's pot cards, you know what I'm saying? Like, I should have done like a then, now, and later thing, but like, next card we're gonna get is probably gonna be a Herbie's van, just to take me out of here, you know what I mean? Okay. Well, how did that happen? I don't know, I just showed him like, oh wow, look at that. I didn't know that Appalachian was legal. That's dope. If you will. Alright, here we go. Also, I think maybe another way of looking at it is like we do have kind of like a community that's built on, our own relations to each other and our own relativity to each other. I don't know. Let's see. It is gassed up, B. Right? Alright. Let's see. I'm just saying, Herbie, we gotta get out of here sometimes, you know? I need a vacation. I don't even know. Herbie, who's the card? Who am I reading for next? I get one more card. We're gonna do the grand finale. Good morning, Paige. Good morning, Paige. I should almost read for Paige, because I love reading for Paige. You know what, Paige? Paige! It's Paige's card. We're reading for Paige, we're doing Paige. We're reading for Paige. Good morning, Paige. Paige's like, what? I'm just here. I'm just trying to type. Quit drawing attention to me. No, we're reading your card, Paige. Paige, we've got Why Can't We Bong Friends? We've learned how to call out the whoop. Okay, so I know that there's going to be some nasty farians, some pastafarians on my front porch within an hour. Okay, I've let loose the call, and I know we're gonna get like maybe like a moth-eaten army bag full of dirty clothes as well. And for me personally, my own experience, if they have their own fork, okay, you won't have to worry about giving them a fork. They'll have one that they stole from someone's house that they're like, nobody misses a fork, you know? And it's true. I've never like counted up my forks and gone, why am I missing a fork? I think I'm missing a fork, you know? No one's ever left my house and I've gone, why? I should check my silverware, you know? I don't think I've ever done, and I noticed that people don't check their silverware when I leave their house. So I have, hold on. So I have a spoon and a knife. I don't know. It happens like that, okay? What? Okay, so we've learned how to wook it. And then the cards have determined that we really needed to know Appalachian's hustle. We figured out that Appalachian's legal. He's legal. Legal grower. Legal distributor for whatever it is. I don't know. Petunias. I think he sells petunias. Go check out the petunias that Appalachian grows. Alright, so but the Queen of Pipes says be discerning. So if you're there, just be discerning. Alright. Paige, here's your card. Derek Anderson and Herbie are very busy today, and I appreciate that. Thank you, both of you guys. Paige, here's your card. I didn't do it. I swear to God I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Okay? You saw me playing with the cards. You saw me playing with the cards, and now, here we are. Okay? I think it's going to have to be like that for the rest of the show. I think I can read the book. Paige, didn't you get Herbie's fan, like, once again? Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Mike. We're just having fun with cards today, Mike. We're just having fun. Mike B. Alright, I called it. We were calling for it, Paige. We got to get the hell out of here. Let's just get to the book. That's what this tells me. The cards are like, look, we know Herbie's van is fixed. We know that there's plenty in there. Paige, why do you have Herbie's van, by the way? What are you doing with this van? Give him his van back, okay? Give him his van back. Get your own car. By this time, come on, Paige. You're better than that, okay? We're trying to grow ourselves into better persons. You don't need to be going around taking Herbie's van. Okay, Paige? Think about others. And think about the effects that we have on their lives. Okay? Don't continue along this avenue. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Be you, Paige. Steal things. I don't know. Don't even borrow. We're borrowing. We're borrowing things. Love you, Paige. Thanks for letting me use you as a foil for our final card, and I swear to God I didn't know it was going to be a Herbie fan. Okay? Fourth card could probably be the Tower. And do we want to see if the fourth card's the Tower? Because that's what I've been calling for? I don't know, man. It's for the streets, Herbie says. My van is for the streets. Anyone can drive it. Alright, keep that in mind. If you see Herbie driving around and he parks and gets out and goes in for like a, for like a chicken tender meal at Popeyes, then, you can just hop into his van and like drive around while he's like, chewing on some tenders, and then just make sure you bring it back, Alright, let's just see if it's the Tower. It's not. It's the sun. It's the sun. It's a good idea that we end. Okay, that's good. The sun's like, nah, just go. Just go. You're fine. Go live the rest of your day. Alright, cool. I don't even know what the sun means, actually. I'm sure it has like a hierarchical meaning. Maybe we're all dead. I don't know. Maybe it's like, we're gonna blind you so you can't see the truth of things. Okay, well, I mean, that happens too. So, alright. Speaking of blinding things so we can't see the truth of everything, let's read about philosophy. I hope it's been a fun Monday for you guys. Herbie and Derek Anderson. If Paige were here, Paige is here. If Penny were here, she'd be hard at work as well, I bet. Alright. Bill, I swear, Pops and I laugh. It's like you have a spare key to everything, and I appreciate that you're here opening everything up for us. So, it's two mornings of fog, be a good time to go forage. Weather-wise, so yesterday, nothing but rain. It usually doesn't do like a full day of rain here. Usually we get like a morning of, no, all rain. We even sometimes like, okay, if the morning's all full of, then in the afternoon it's like, some beautiful little, nope, rain. Nothing but rain. And then, early this morning, at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, whatever the hell time it was, storms again! What? I didn't know you could have hurricanes this far north. We didn't have a hurricane. I don't think any of this was actually part of a hurricane. I know I think we got a little taste of Halloween, but we didn't get any of Milton, I think. I think Milton just did the Milton thing on Florida. So let's get into the book. In regards to dabbing, hold on. The road to happiness lies in an organized diminution of work. Remember, we figured out that diminution's a long word for lazy. Just be lazy. Alright. Actually, Bertrand Russell would say, let the machines do it. Here's our dab. We're just gonna dab. I don't know what this. It's CBD. It's CBD. Let's go one more. And let's just get into it. Let's learn some stuff. Let's get some philosophy in our brains. I really appreciate that you guys have been giving me the opportunity to yell at you about different philosophies and learning and learn together and try to be better people for it. You know what I mean? All right. Love is a bridge. Sorry, hold on, guys. Hold on. Sometimes I catch my own concepts and go, what an ass. Love is a bridge from poorer to richer knowledge. Max Scheler. The German philosopher Max Scheler belongs to the philosophical movement known as phenomenology. This attempts to investigate all the phenomena of our inner experience. It is the study of our consciousness and its structures. Scheler says that phenomenology has tended to focus too exclusively on the intellect in examining the structures of consciousness, and has overlooked something fundamental: the experience of love, or of the human heart. He introduces the idea that love forms a bridge from poorer to richer knowledge in an essay entitled Love and Knowledge, 1923. Scheller's starting point, which is taken from the 17th century French philosopher Blaise Pascal, is that there is a specific logic to the human heart. This logic is different from the logic of the intellect. It is love, Scheler believes, that makes things apparent to our experience and that makes knowledge possible. Scheler writes that love is a kind of spiritual midwife that is capable of drawing us towards knowledge, both knowledge of ourselves and knowledge of the world. It is the primary determinant of a person's ethics, possibilities, and fate. At root, in Scheller's view, to be human is not to be a thinking thing, as the French philosopher Descartes said in the 17th century with "I think, therefore I am," but a being who loves. Philosophy is a love-determined movement towards participation in the essential reality of all possibles. Max Scheler. Yeah, but what's love? What's love? Is that like I gotta protect you? What is love? Why can't we love? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we bump? Why can't we? But no, what's love? But you never determine what love is. You're just like, are you wook-wooking me? It sounds like a wook-wook. Alright? It sounds like love, man. You just need love, man. You know, why can't we just love each other, man? Why do you know what I call that? I call that love, man. No, man. No, I need something a little more definitive. A little more like, love? What is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Like, there's actual words. I don't know. You is true. Who about here, who about to do? Right? You don't know the words. If you know the words to what is love, baby, don't hurt. If you know the act, no more. Love is a bridge from poorer to richer knowledge. I feel like someone just gave him money to write a book. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna write love. That's not poorer to richer knowledge. What does that mean? What is towards knowledge, both of our... I don't know. Love. Only as an individual can man become a philosopher? Carl Jaspers. I see your love, and I raise you alone. For some, philosophy is a way to discover objective truths about the world. For German philosopher and psychiatrist Carl Jaspers, on the other hand, philosophy is a personal struggle. Strongly influenced by the philosophers Kierkegaard and Nietzsche, Jaspers is an existentialist who suggests that philosophy is a matter of our own attempts to realize truth. We're just making shit up. Since philosophy is an individual struggle, he writes in his 1941 book, On My Philosophy, we can philosophize only as individuals. We cannot turn to anybody else to tell us the truth. We must discover it for ourselves by our own efforts. Although, in this sense, truth is something that we realize alone, it is in communication with others that we realize the fruits of our efforts and raise our consciousness beyond its limits. Hey, I figured out, hey, do you have the answer by cheating off each other's tests? Jaspers considers his own philosophy true, only so far as it aids communication with others. Oh, all right. So I'm not trying to get the right answers. I'm trying to give you the right answers. And you're trying to give me the right answers. Sometimes we got this right. Sometimes we got this wrong. For Jaspers, each individual's search for truth is carried out in community with all those companions in thought who have undergone the same personal struggle. You ever had that moment when you're talking about something that's deep that's happened to you and someone like, oh yeah, you know what? And they start talking about it and you're like, all right, cool. You know, they might have like some thoughts, they might even have like figures, they might even have like actual mathematics attached to it. And you're like, all right. You know, they might have some logic attached to it. All right. And then it turns out they've never had anything to do with that at all. Don't you kind of hate them? Don't you just kind of want that person to shut the hell up a little bit? Who the hell are you? You've never been through a hurricane. I don't know. I hate to bring that up. I know that we all talked about that last week. Like, you got Pops and the Frizz last week. Ooh. But, like, you know, like, or like, you're dealing with, like, some kind of trauma. And, like, someone comes along and is like, you know how to deal with that trauma. You're like, how? You're like, well, here, let me tell you how to deal with that. I've never dealt with that trauma before. Let me tell. You're like, who the hell? You know, no, get out of here. And that's kind of what it's all about. Let's go 3 deep. I like going 3 deep. And also, if it feels like I'm like charging through this book, good God, we've been going through this book for almost a year. I should have charged through it already. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope everybody's all right with, you know, going along. And it's the philosophy book. Big Ideas Simply Explained. So we dealt with love. We dealt with alone. And here's a big one. Life is a series of collisions with the future. Jesus Christ. In Australia. We're going heavy, aren't we? Yeah. Herbie's van. You didn't know. This is what we do in Herbie's van. That's awkward. Paige driving us around. We're all reading philosophy. We're sharing books. We're all gonna die. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, Paige is just like, I'm just trying. Where am I parking this van? One of the craziest experiences I ever had was in Herbie's van. Just like, that's what we're doing. Now we're talking about collisions in Herbie's van. Life is a series of collisions with the future. Jose Ortega y Gasset. Ortega y Gasset's philosophy is about life. He is not interested in analyzing the world in a cool and detached fashion. No. Instead, he wants to explore how philosophy can engage creatively with life. Reason, Ortega believes, is not something passive, but something active. Something that allows us to get to grips with the circumstances in which we find ourselves and allows us to change our lives for the better. In his Meditations on Quixote, published in 1914, Ortega writes, "I am myself and my circumstances." Descartes said that it was possible to imagine ourselves as thinking beings, and yet to doubt the existence of the external world, including our own bodies. But Ortega says that it makes no sense to see ourselves as separate from the world. If we want to think seriously about ourselves, we have to see that we are always immersed in particular circumstances. Circumstances that are often oppressive and limiting. Patterns. There's patterns all around. You know how you got to where you got. These limitations are not only those of our physical surroundings, but also of our thoughts, which contain prejudices, and our behavior, which is shaped by habit. While many people live without reflecting on the nature of their circumstances, you got it just good enough to where you're like, alright, here we are. Ain't no need to work this out, Ortega says that philosophers should not only strive to understand their circumstances better, they should actively seek to change them. Indeed, he claims that the philosopher's duty is to expose the assumptions that lie behind all our beliefs. The energy of life. So he's kind of like the jester philosopher who's always like poking at the king. Hey, you sure that's what you mean? I'm like, yeah, Chester, shut up. In order to transform the world and to engage creatively with our own existence, Ortega says that we must look at our lives with fresh eyes. This means not only looking anew at our external circumstances, but also looking inside ourselves to reconsider our beliefs and prejudices. Only when we have done this will we be able to commit ourselves to creating new possibilities. However, there is a limit to the amount that we can change the world. Our habitual thinking runs deep, And even if we free ourselves enough to imagine new possibilities and new futures, our external circumstances may stand in the way of realizing these possibilities. The futures that we imagine will always collide with the reality of these circumstances in which we find ourselves. This is why Ortega sees life as a series of collisions with the future. Ortega's idea is challenging on both a personal and a political level. It reminds us that we have a duty to attempt to change our circumstances, even though we may encounter difficulties in doing so, and even though our attempts may not always succeed. In The Revolt of the Masses, he warns that democracy carries within it the threat of tyranny by the majority, and that to live by majority rule, to live like everyone else, is to live without a personal vision or moral code. Unless we engage creatively with our own lives, we are hardly living at all. This is why for Ortega, reason is vital. It holds the energy of life itself. Think for yourself. Question authority. Think for yourself. Question authority. All right. Nice. That's what he was saying. Think for yourself. Question authority. Boy, oh boy. Thumbs up to the mods, by the way. Thank you guys. Thank you to the Blue Wrenches for today. Today's been a heavy day for you guys, so appreciate that. So we got love we got love guiding us. You can let love guide you. You can let your own moral code guide you. But where are you going? That's where it is. But where are you going? You got love lighting your way. You got yourself lighting the way. Where are you going? You're going up, you're going down, you're going sideways, you're going in, you're going out. But where are you going? Think for yourself. Question authority. I don't know what love is. I play a puppet show with a beaver on my head. You know what I mean? I don't know what being alone, I know what being alone is. I know what thinking way too much is, obviously. So do you. No one's an authority on any of this. Think for yourself. Question authority. Or, listen to that and you're like, I gotta stop thinking for myself. I gotta stop questioning authority. Tell me what to think. Maybe that works for you. I don't know. Maybe that's a perspective you haven't adopted yet. Maybe that'll work for you. See if it does. Do whatever you need to get there. But get there. You want to let love guide the way? You want to let, some guy wearing a Joker shirt guide the way for you? You don't want to do that. Pick a different way. You'll get there, though. Just get there. Get in Herbie's van. Paige is driving. Don't worry, she'll get you there. She's gotta stop at she likes to go in the concerts, though, so you gotta dance with her a little bit. You gotta, do a little booty shaking every once in a while. That doesn't hurt, I'm sure there's gonna be a philosophy that says, look, you gotta booty shake every once in a while. Twerk it till you work it. Okay? Twerk it till you work it. Right? Twerking till it's working. There we go. Yeah, work that one up. Okay? We're going to develop that philosophy amongst ourselves. We'll start writing it up a little bit. Twerking till it's working. The booty shaking. Chapter 1, the San Francisco Scuttle. Okay, folks. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for having a good day with me and having a good day with each other. Jesus Christ, twerk it till you make $20. God, I shouldn't read these things out loud. I shouldn't. Let's get out of here, folks. Let's get out of here. Remember, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, I guess. I don't know, like... Clean says he's looking at a shack full of bud. You have a shack? Who has a shack? Everybody I know, I've never had a shack. Who has a shack anymore? Other than, like... The Orlando Magic don't even have a shack anymore. Yeah, there we go. The Lakers don't even have a shack anymore. There's no... Who has a shack anymore? I feel like if you have a shack, you have like the entrance to a secret world. You know what I mean? It's a bud shack, it's a little old place where we can get together. Bud shack, baby. Okay, I get it. Bud shack, that's where it's at. Bud shack. Ow! Sign says, stay away, fool! Okay, alright. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not getting... No, I refuse. I refuse. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna hold firm. I'm holding tight. I'm holding firm. We're not. No. Not even once. Nope. I don't even want to. What are we even... Let's get out of here. Get out of here. Remember, if you give a hug... What the hell am I... That's not a hug. If you give a hug... And what do I mean by give a hug? What do you mean by give... If I give a hug, let me demonstrate real quick. If I guess I'll have to hug myself. If I give myself, we know how to do this, but sometimes we don't. Sometimes, that's why with love, we guide, we give. You give yourself a hug, you're like, oh man. That doesn't feel like indigestion at all, you know? No, that feels like a hug. Like I'm not, you know, like, hold on. To demonstrate, let's bring in the beaver. If you wrap your arms around, you know, and just like, okay, and then, now you have a hug, right? And then you look over at your friend, you're like, oh, you don't have a hug? Well, let me give you a hug. You're like, oh, okay, cool. I want a hug. And then the beaver's like, yeah, I'll give you a hug. All right, cool. And now you have a hug. Now you're getting a hug from your... What the hell am I doing, Derek? I should have hit the button. No, now you have a hug. If this is what a hug is, you gotta drop the hug and run. Okay? If anybody gives you a hug like this, just let it go. Let the hug go. Let it, some hugs are just too wild. Alright, you gotta let the hug wild. Just let it go. And it won't let it go, because it's a hug. And it's holding you. And you're holding it, because that's what hugs do.